Denver's housing market is famously competitive, but it may be cooling off just a little bit as we head into the fall and winter months.
And we're so lucky to have Shannel Ryan from Sotheby's International Realty joining us now. Love having you. You are like the expert. So we've got to ask you, and I was just talking to Alex about this because I am definitely like one who does not understand real estate. So when it's cooling off, that's a buyer's market. That's a good thing for buyers.
So cooling off is interesting because traditionally during this time of year, you would see activity slow down. However, in terms of pending transactions, homes going under contract, that really did accelerate in the second half of August, really leading to a September that was actually kind of phenomenal. We do expect it's traditional for people maybe over the next, couple months, or people take it off maybe because it's holidays or something, but it still has been just a lot of inventory, right? So that does favor buyers.
So what does that mean for the seller then? Should you just sit on the house and wait? I mean, I feel like holiday is never really a good time, right? But are we waiting till 2026? What do you think?
I would say that people that are actively looking for homes, they're looking through the holidays. So those may tend to be more serious buyers with a more definite time frame that they need to get something done, which is, obviously a great idea too. I do think that every seller has a timeline, by which they want to accomplish the sale. And so, it's really important to take that into consideration in order to decide.
And what does this all mean for home pricing?
I know that the home pricing, all of this buyer's market or seller's market, it's almost as if it's always one or the other, right? And the truth is, obviously, we've started coming more, into a period of balance, right? It's not chaotic, it's just balance. And I believe that sellers right now are knowing that within each given market, it's not just about pricing in terms of what sold in the last 3 months. You really need to be strategically looking at pricing every week. What else has come on the market? What's your competition? Make sure that you see what those homes look like. And I think that, great real estate professionals will keep a seller informed all along the way. And then that can help understand, does there need to be a price drop?
Can we ask you more specifically, like what areas are really kind of like hot right now? Or at least let's put it this way, where could you get the best bang for your buck?
Yeah, that's a great question. I would say that there are areas that adjacent to one another, they tend to attract perhaps a lot of the same buyers, right? So if we're looking at East Washington Park, and then of course across over at Corey Merrill, maybe even in Belcaro, we have noticed an increase in inventory in those areas. So if I'm a buyer and taking a look at that, and really all those neighborhoods are an option, I would be paying close attention to what has been on the market and maybe a seller that is willing to help with closing costs, reduce the price, et cetera.
It's such a strategy. And I know that when you were talking, we saw some like B-roll. Are these some of the properties that you have right now?
Yeah.
If we could play those again, I'm just curious because I love like real estate porn. Can you say that? No, I'm just saying.
You can say it.
So this one right here, is this the one in West Washington Park you were talking about, or no?
No, this is actually a property that is over in Berkeley.
I love
it
Berkeley.
is, we had two, one in Berkeley and one in West Highlands, but this is $825,000, about 1,600 square feet, darling, been totally renovated, and principal and interest payment on something like this is about $4,700.
Okay, and I love the brick backsplash in the end. And then here in the West Highlands too. Oh, just over $1 million. What does that get you? How many square footage?
So that's what's interesting. So this is just over $1 million. And essentially what's happened here is we've gone from 1,600 square feet. The previous property, this is a little bit over 2,000. So you have a lot more outdoor space. You're also seeing features like a beautiful sunroom that you could use for an office, and the bifold doors that are so popular. So that's really the difference. I think that especially when we're talking about Denver homes, it's related to the square footage.
Still, I mean, Denver. That $1 million for 2,000 square feet. Just get it. I mean, let's keep it real here. That's a lot of money.
It is.
We appreciate the insight as always. And we got to take a break.